Transfiguration. You only hear it once a year, and you probably don't really hear it anywhere else. Transfiguration. Jesus is transfigured. When was the last time you felt transfigured? Well, if you're like most people, maybe never. There are times, I think, though, when we get glimpses of that transfiguration in our lives. Glimpses of times when things just seem to light up. The other day I was sitting with my journal first thing in the morning just as the sun was rising. And it looked like it was going to be an absolutely beautiful day, and I just felt like the whole world had lit up again, including me. I was feeling a little transfigured. Set the tone for the whole day, which was good because I had a medical procedure that I really wasn't looking forward to. But that was okay because the rest of the day had been transfigured. We need to be transfigured at times. We need to feel that something different, that something more. When we were talking about the candle flame, that is what it's like. And sometimes things dim that flame, and then it bursts back to life. It is transfigured again by the breath of the Spirit. Now, there are some who are more comfortable with this idea of the Spirit blowing through our lives. And there are some who kind of go, yeah, that's a little airy-fairy. It just doesn't, it's not something we can tangibly hold on to, and we humans like tangible. That's what the disciples got. They got to actually see Jesus be transfigured. Jesus showed him that transfiguration, you experience it, and then you take it with you. Transfiguration happens over and over. In our lives, we experience it sometimes in a very fleeting manner. Sometimes it's something we can hold on to a little bit longer. Think about someone you've seen who you think might have been transfigured. You all know that person who always seems to have a glow about them. Or that person who always can pick you up and make you feel like it's a good day. Their transfiguration is shared with you, and it brightens you too. We talk about smiles being catchy, right? You know how a yawn can be catchy? Well, smiles can be too. And that is actually a small transfiguration. In fact, the person you smiled at, who now is smiling back, has been transfigured. It doesn't always have to be these big, grand things that we hear about in the Bible. It's okay to experience it on a much smaller scale. It's okay to show that each day you find a way to be transfigured. It's okay to share that with others. It's also okay to be the one who needs to see a transfiguration. It's okay to need that thing to come to you. Often we're sitting in various places, and all it takes is one person to notice that we look a little off, a little glum, a little whatever. And they smile, or they say hello, and everything changes. We sit up a little straighter, we walk a little taller. We've been transfigured. It's what we do with our transfiguration. And yes, there are days when we think we haven't been transfigured, I don't have the energy to be transfigured, and if I've been transfigured, well, too bad for everybody else because I'm keeping it to myself. I just don't have it in me. fact that you keep going means you've been transfigured. And you'd be amazed at how many people are transfigured by your just keeping going. It seems like a very grand thing when we read about Jesus' transfiguration. But it happens on a smaller scale to each and every one of us, each and every day. If we're just us, and we're just being who God has called us to be, we can transfigure without even knowing it. The key is to allow God to transfigure you. Allow yourself to be open to the opportunities of the Spirit dwelling within you. For that may change everything for you and for others. The Spirit is here, the Spirit is in our midst, and the Spirit is within each one of you. Don't let it go out. Keep the oxygen there, that the flame of the Spirit might continue to grow in you. Amen.